never thought it. Can I testify? Just never thought it. But that my life was. He thought by now. He thought I had no.
It is a great day indeed, and this is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. We want to welcome you to yet another Real with Neal show. It's Monday, and although it may be raining where we are on the outside, we have an exciting show lined up for you, and we've come just to inspire, encourage, and uplift your spirit. So if you are listening to me, please understand it is your favorite time of the day. It is 2 o'clock on a Monday, and as Ty Tribbett said, he turned it. And we just believe that things are getting ready to turn around in your favor. The song says sooner or later it's going to turn in your favor, and it's turning around for you. And we believe on this Monday things are getting ready to turn in your favor. So look, I'm excited. We're going to get right into our show today, and I'm excited to have the crew back with me again on this Monday. I pray that you guys' weekend was awesome. Pray that you enjoyed yourself, had a wonderful weekend, that you spent time with those that time is worth spending with, because you cannot get back time. Once it's gone, it is gone. So I got my crew here, and got the lady here with me today. So we're just going to get this train started, get this going, man, and get it rolling, get excited, get into some great information, some great stuff that we're going to be able to help the people with. So you guys, before we get started, how was your weekend? I got my man JJ, my son, back with me today. How was your weekend, man?
Man, my weekend was phenomenal. It was definitely phenomenal. Just chilling and dealing with the fam, and just brainstorming and grinding. Enjoyed the weather this weekend, and there was a lot of stuff going downtown this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so business was good.
Business. So business was good, huh? Yeah, downtown was jumping, and so was your account.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
We all like money.
Yes, we do. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So you had a good weekend, man.
Had a good weekend, man. And then phenomenal church on Sunday. If y'all didn't hear it on live, y'all missed a treat. I'm telling you, live all day Sunday from Maryland to all the way to Baltimore, all day long. Praise and worship. That was the best part of my weekend.
Wow.
That was the best part of my weekend.
Man, it's good to see you, man. Glad to have you here with us, man. And we're going to have a phenomenal show today, man. And you look good. You look like the weekend was good to you.
It was good to
you. Got my man D Mal back with me this weekend. What's up, man? How was your weekend?
Man, listen, man. I'm just elated, man. I had a very busy weekend, man. The Lord gave me some networking opportunity this weekend, and it came through with that. I was at First Baptist of Glen Island, so special shout out to Pastor John Jenkins and the youth pastor there, Jonathan Queen, and to the guy who's over the Mighty Men of Valor Conference, Clifford Ash. Man, listen, it was a great weekend, man, and in spite of the devil tried to show his head with my niece getting into a terrible car accident.
Wow.
But God still covered her, and I'm sitting here, man, just elated by both the doors opening that God has given, but also the door that he closed, which was the one of the death angel. So I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just here with my guy, man.
You look good, man.
Look, I'm trying to keep up with nephew with all that that account jumping.
I think we all trying to keep up with him with that money.
Well, we know what's after the show, who's treating for dinner tonight. I shop with Booster.
That's what's up, man. But hey, man, we glad that God covered your family, man.
Absolutely.
That's major, man, because this show could be a whole lot different today.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so that's a good thing. To God be all the glory, man. And so it's good to see you, bro. We got the lady back with us.
The lady.
And so just tell us, how was your weekend? What was popping?
My weekend was hey.
Oh, you must was at the club.
Hey, I was Club Judah.
That's what they saying. That's at the club.
Judah.
Yeah.
Man, it was an amazing weekend. Amazing weekend. Saturday was absolutely phenomenal. Warm outside.
Yeah.
Watched him learn how to ride a bike. And it was just phenomenal. It was a good weekend. Sunday all day long was off the chain. All day long on yesterday. Man, it was great. It was awesome. I'm just glad to still be in the land of the living. Huh? Come
Yeah.
on, somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So life is good. Life is good. Life is good.
That's what's up, Lady Lisa. Glad to have you back with us this
He
weekend.
got real
and,
serious real quick because I was left out of the bike adventure for those
Well,
out of
you know,
work.
here's
Me too.
come on, man.
I
Come on.
understand,
And
too.
we're going to start the show off with some pettiness. I mean, here we go.
Petty.
Excuse
Now
me.
let me
With some
have
pettiness.
gone riding and didn't invite the apostle. There's problems over there.
But see, man, here's the beauty about that. I've always wanted to.
Man, but I'm glad you had that experience though. Real
Hey,
talk.
man, I'm telling you, I've always wanted to ride, since, being a teenager, man, in my 20s, I always wanted to ride, and I never did it. My dad really wasn't all for it, so I didn't do it. And I had some friends of mine that were in accidents, so it kind of made me think twice about it. But to get out this Saturday, man, and have that experience to just do something I've always wanted to do,
stuff,
man, it was amazing. It was amazing. So big ups to my man, my coach Vic. He's on his way here. I'm gonna chew him out when he get here. He's running late, so we gonna have to tax him.
Oh, he's gonna get it.
No, we're gonna be like, "Hey, you late? $5."
Yeah, we got to tax him. We got
$5.
to tax him. So
$5, Vic.
So listen, fam, let's get into our topic today, man. Let's really be a help and really a blessing to the people. The feedback we got from last week was absolutely phenomenal,
Awesome,
man.
man.
It was
Awesome.
crazy. So
Kickoff show was amazing.
yeah, it was. So let's get into our topic. I want to talk today.
We can't go forward without talking about what happened last week at the dinner spot.
We're gonna talk about that.
Okay,
we
'cause,
we
dude,
definitely
that was-
gonna plug that in. That was
Yeah.
amazing. That was amazing.
I'm still high off
Still
that,
messed
man.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was amazing.
Still messed
That was the true release.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That, and we
that-
definitely gonna touch that.
And
We're
he
gonna talk
walked
about
with us,
that.
man. I mean, he went with us. Anyway, go ahead, man.
We're gonna talk about
Yeah,
that. That's what's
that
up.
thing was amazing.
I want to talk today from a topic, a place called the change of your state of being. The change of your state of being.
Yeah.
I think it is absolutely a must. I think it's absolutely imperative. Watch this. That we take us back.
Yeah.
You gotta take yourself back. Some of us have loaned ourselves to the wrong people for far too long.
Too long.
That's right.
Too long.
We've
right.
given the wrong
long.
people too much total access over us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is time for you to take you back.
That's it.
You said something powerful, man,
That's
just
it.
now in your statement of loaning yourself.
Yeah.
Loaning. If you're in true covenant, covenant is not a loan. So that's the first mistake you made right there, is loaning yourself to somebody, expecting to get the interest for your iniquity back, and you never will.
Never.
Never. Never.
Never will. So today what we're gonna chop up today is the change of your state of mind or state of being. The change of your state of being. Now, the word change is defined as to make or become different. Watch this. To use another instead of. To use another instead of. It's to make or become different. I just believe that this is a time for change.
Yes.
That things, watch this, are about to start to look real different for us.
Real different.
Yeah.
Has to.
I believe that
Has to.
I believe that this is the season, man, that God is absolutely shifting his people and those that are ready to a place of a change. That everything about your life, even your scenery, is about to start to look real different.
Yes. Yes.
Everything is about to start to
Yes.
look real different, but it starts, watch this, it starts with the change of your state of being. You have to make a conscious decision today that guess what? I'm taking me back.
That's
Taking
it.
me back.
That's it. That's it, and that's all.
And that right there starts with your mentality. Your mentality has to change first. In order to change the state of being, you first have to change your thinking process. A lot of people mess up because they think the wrong way. And
Or they overthink.
Or they overthink.
They
and
overthink.
sometimes to be over analytical could be a hindrance and a bondage to you.
Let me ask you this, JJ. So let me ask you
That's
this.
me.
Wow. So let me ask you this. Do you think our state of being can be altered by an individual in our life? Do you think that sometimes we give people too much power over our thoughts?
Absolutely.
I believe it. I believe
Absolutely.
It. I believe it. I believe
Absolutely.
that, the power of persuasion is definitely heavy in this day and age. I mean, because you let's just say a leader, somebody you think that's your mentor,
they tell you something, you know, you have everything in your heart but to believe what they say. And then they later down the line, you realize that it was nothing but witchcraft and them trying to control and keep you from your destiny.
Wow. So what you're saying is sometimes we can find ourselves in a place where we fall to voodoo.
Voodoo. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That you could fall to voodoo of witchcraft, of actually having your mind state being played on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you could think it's
Man, that's
you could think it's you could think you're being submissive, but the whole time is they are operating.
You being bamboozled.
Yeah, you've been bamboozled.
You being bamboozled. But
Yeah,
that goes back to the scripture. I am persuaded
Yeah.
that nothing shall separate me from the love of God.
That's right.
That's when you're talking about God. People would twist that and say, you know, you talked about persuasion.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I think you want to hear.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I think you need to hear at that time because I need to change your state of mind
Yeah.
to get you to do what I want you to do.
That's it. And once they get your mind, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it with the devil. And I always tell people that, and people, you know, we laugh about it or stuff like that. I always say the devil has no power to do anything, but if he can get in your mind to get you to repeat what he placed in your mind, then he got you.
But then that goes back to when he gets your ear,
Yeah.
he can get your heart.
He gets your heart.
Turn your heart.
He get your ear and your heart. That's
Your
it.
mind gone.
So-
your mind is out of there.
So that's why we have to take. We got to get the people today on this Real Window show. We got to get them to the place of understanding. You're going to have to take back your mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to have to take
Have
back
to.
your mind, get back your state of being, and understand that it is time for things to become different. They say for somebody to keep doing the same thing expecting a different result, that is absolutely it's suicidal. It makes no sense for you to keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. I
That's
can't
not
take
the
credit for this,
rational
and I want y'all to chime in on this. I can't take credit for this. I was preaching at a men's conference on Thursday night, and the host of the conference, Apostle Julian Johnson, great man of God.
Yes, he is.
I was talking with him after service that Thursday night, and he said something that messed me up. He said he was talking to his son, and his son was talking about how he was frustrated with some things he was working on, and said that his mother, the son's mother, said to him, well, baby, practice makes perfect, and said his son's response was, no, mommy, practice makes permanent.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
My God.
And that thing messed me
My
up
God.
because, in other words, with this, and the child should lead him.
Yeah.
What this child was saying is, no, just because you're doing something and you practice this for so long does not mean it's perfect.
Right.
That just means you've made it permanent for your life.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
And just because it's permanent, don't mean it's perfect.
That's right.
Hmm.
That's right.
And it takes us back to that situation last week when we were talking about Adam and Eve and how she made a, watch this, temporary decision that end up being permanent.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, man. Which is amazing. That's a heavy statement. Practice makes permanent.
It makes permanent. It doesn't make perfect.
Yeah.
It makes
No.
permanent.
No.
It makes permanent. And we got to watch this. Some of us, it goes back to even dentists, it goes back to even doctors. Some of us in 2018 is going to have to change our practice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're going to have to change what we've been doing.
It's not getting us anywhere.
It's not producing
it's
any.
not producing
watch this.
anything.
It's not producing any healthy results.
Yeah.
No. Healthy is the key word.
That's the key
The
word.
key word is healthy.
Healthy.
It's not healthy.
It's not producing healthy results. The Bible says, "And behold, I will do a new thing, and it shall spring forth." It says, "I will make a way in the wilderness." This is what messes me up. I make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. In other words, when it starts off, it says, "Behold," which means look.
Look.
In 2018, man, crew, we got to get the people to a mindset, watch this, to start to look and expect different.
That's,
That's
right.
right. That's
To
right.
start
right.
to look for and expect change.
And just understand that once you start to look for it and once you start to expect it, you're going to lose a lot of people. People that were your friends.
Yeah.
When you want change and when you want to be different,
Yeah.
people will show you who they really are.
That's right.
Especially if they don't want change. Some people like being messy.
Yeah.
Some people like arguing. Some people can't function if it's not dysfunctional.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
whenever you make up
So
your
some
mind,
people can only function off of dysfunction.
they can only function in dysfunction.
Yeah.
Wow.
It
So
pleases
once you
them.
make up your mind,
It pleases
I
them.
want to
Yeah.
be different,
Yeah.
people are going to show you not only who they are, but they going to say, who do you think you are?
That's right.
Because you want to be different. Yeah, I want to be different.
Yeah.
I want change. I want better. I want the life that I know I'm supposed to have. I want life everlasting.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up and live. I want to live and wake up.
But watch this. This is amazing. Watch this. Once again, Apostle Johnson said this, and I would never take credit for what somebody else is saying. Apostle Johnson said this. He said he came into the year, I think he said 2017, and he asked the Lord, Lord, this is going to mess y'all up. He said he asked the Lord, Lord, remove my enemies. He said, and he started losing friends.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said, I prayed a prayer and said, Lord, remove my enemies. And I started losing friends.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're going to show you who they are.
So I misinterpreted my relationship with them. I had one particular reason to be with them, and they actually had a whole nother ulterior motive.
A whole nother agenda.
But no, you just gave them the wrong title.
Wow.
That's it.
You just gave
That's
them the wrong
it.
title.
I have a
That's what
lot
we
of
doing.
associates. I have very few friends.
Very
Yeah.
few of them.
So in this thing of changing our state of being, one of the things you're saying, JJ, and you coming heavy already today, one of the things that you're saying is we're going to have to, if we're going to take back ourselves, we're going to have to learn how to title people the right way.
That's
That's
right.
it.
You're gonna start.
That's
You
it.
got to demote now.
Hello?
You're in the process of demoting.
Hello?
Too much promotion.
Too
Yeah,
much
but no
promotion.
demoting.
But
You
no
have
demoting.
to
No
you have to
demoting.
put in time.
Can we put
You
we
have
put
to
them out
put-
today?
yeah, we're gonna
He's
put him
working
out.
on it.
We're
He's
gonna put him out.
he got
He gotta
evicted
go.
last week.
He gotta go.
He's working on it
He gotta
again
go.
this
we got to
week.
call the sheriff.
He gotta go. He gotta go.
So in taking back our state of being, you're saying to me, man, JJ, you're saying we're going to have to start to title people the right way, because some people we're giving them titles that they don't deserve.
They don't
That's
deserve.
right. That's
they
right.
don't deserve.
I've titled you to be my boo, and you don't deserve to be that. I've tried to title you to be my fiance, but you don't deserve to be that.
You don't
I've
be that.
titled you to be my BFF, and you don't deserve to be that.
You wasn't qualified.
But this is the thing. They
You
didn't
didn't
do
qualify.
it. We did it.
Yeah, we
They
did it.
didn't do it.
We did it.
We did it. My thing is, how much time did you put in to be my BFF?
That's right.
What have we been through? Has our friendship been tested?
Wow.
Have
Man.
we been through any trials?
Has our
We
friendship
meet
been
people.
tested?
Because see, if our friendship has been tested, I'ma know where we stand.
That's right.
Because when your friendship is tested, it's a thing of you gonna show me who you are.
Yeah.
You gonna show me if you really for me,
Yeah.
and you gonna show me how much you care about me.
Yeah.
And won't
All
allow,
that's gonna come out
and
in
won't
the
allow
test.
the testing, watch this, to separate you because you know your friendship is deeper than the test.
But that's the thing.
My
You
friendship.
won't allow the test to separate you because you know the relationship is greater than the test. Luther Vandross said it best. I'd rather have hard times with you. Man, I'm about to
Than
evict
good times
myself.
with
Yeah.
someone
Someone
else.
else.
Than to have good
Come
times
on
with
now.
someone else.
I'd rather be
Come
beside you
on.
in the storm.
In the storm, to be
Yeah.
safe
And
and
to be
warm.
safe and
By my-
warm. Come on.
Come
Don't
on,
do it.
man.
That's
Don't
it.
do it.
Come on, man.
Don't
So
do
you
it.
understand, even though we got this test going on right now in our life, the relationship is more important
Than
than
the
what we're
test.
going through.
Then the test.
And when you understand that, you sit there and say, I'd rather have hard times with you than to have good times with someone else.
Because
And
once
that's
it's
in
the hard time,
relationship,
go ahead.
marriage,
That's it.
friendship,
Yeah.
family,
Partnership.
business associates. That's all of that.
Because the hard time is the good time.
That's it.
And the hard time shows what you really are. It shows what I really mean to you.
And that's
That's
why
it.
it's the good time.
Because if you bail out on me in hard times, what you're saying is I don't mean nothing
I'm
to
not
you.
for
That's
you.
it.
I'm not really for you.
And a lot of times people don't want to sustain the test because they don't want the results of a testimony.
Say that. What you just say? What did you say? What did you say?
Nobody wants to sustain the test because they don't want the results of
I'm
the
just
testimony.
calling. I'm just calling the sheriff. That's
Just
it.
call 911.
Call him.
Wow,
nobody,
man.
Nobody want to get through the test. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to get through the test. Tyler Perry said something different. Before he became successful, he said he had to fire his whole team. He said once he fired his whole team, it became new and started selecting people out of not out of his emotions, but he started to selecting people out of qualifications.
Out of qualifications.
Yeah, and he said then from there, that's when he became a multi-billionaire.
Yeah, you can be my friend, but that doesn't mean that you should be my administrator.
That's it.
Because do you have administrative skills?
Wait a minute. So then that
Because-
tells me then certain people can't go in every season with
No.
us.
Cannot.
No.
No way.
No. And that's
No
the
way.
danger that we've had.
We think
That's
we
the
can
danger
take
we've had.
Everybody.
We feel like just because this is a season for me to be successful, you should be successful with me.
Right.
And that's not always the case.
Nah.
At all.
Well, can I share something? I was at Glenard. I'm not gonna say the guy's name, but I'm at Glenard, one of the cats, man. He act like, and you know, Glenard does you right.
Yeah.
We're there, man, and I mean, this guy just, I didn't want to be around him because he wasn't ready to be in the room.
Yeah.
And there are certain people that are not ready to be in the room because they haven't been exposed to what the room has to offer.
And you can tell.
And they will ruin
The moment.
it for all
For
the
all
new
of them.
people, because then they'll say, wait a minute. And then they see you with him, so now you're guilty by association.
Yep.
It goes back to the scripture. Evil association corrupts good manners.
That's it.
They think because y'all together, you're like him, and you don't have to open your mouth and say a single word. But it goes back to, you cannot take everybody everywhere, and everybody cannot go on every level, because everybody's not ready for it. Everybody's just not ready for
But
it.
watch this, a good friend is able to understand their maturity level and say, okay, if you don't take me, I can't take it personal.
That's
And,
it.
and that's another piece,
That's
man.
it.
A lot of people are not mature for the major move you about to come into.
Right.
Yeah.
It's their maturity
But the
level is
person
not
who
there.
can't be invited to the room, here's what we're talking about again, about having that mindset to know whether you're for me or not. There's a reason why I'm not inviting you to the room.
Yeah. I'm out shopping for suits and ties and gaiters, and you out buying tennis shoes and tennis skirts and all this foolishness and jogging pants.
Yeah.
We don't
Jogging
even
pants.
look. Ain't nobody you shopping for tennis shoes. Get out of here. That ain't my season.
At all.
That's not where I'm at.
Gotta go.
Listen, we got to get ready to take a break. You are listening to The Real with Neal show. We got some fire going on up in here. It is time for you to take you back on The Real with Neal radio show.
And my salvation, whom shall I fear? Whom shall I be afraid? Real simple song. I want to teach it to you tonight. The Lord is my light and salvation. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I be afraid? The Lord is my light and salvation. Whom shall I fear? Yeah. Whom shall I be afraid? I will wait on you. I will wait on you. Yes, I will trust in you. Yes, Lord, say, I will trust in you. Y'all help me. The Lord is my light. Everybody sing. The Lord is my light and salvation. Whom shall I fear? You say it. Whom shall I be afraid? No, no. The Lord is my light and salvation. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I be afraid? I will wait on you. Raise your voice. Hey, I will wait on you. Yeah. Say it again. Take. I will trust in you. Yeah. Sing. I will trust in you. The next part goes like this. Listen, I want you to go home singing this. I will remain confident in this. I will see the goodness of the Lord. Come on, you stand. I will remain confident in this. I will see the goodness of the Lord. The Lord is my light and salvation. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I be afraid? The Lord is my light and salvation. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I be afraid? I will wait on you. I will wait on you. I will wait on you. And I will trust in you. I will trust in you. Till I die, I will trust in you. Everybody raise it. I will remain. I will remain confident in this. I will see the goodness of the Lord. Yes, I will. I will remain confident in this. I will see the goodness of the Lord.
Welcome back to the Real with Neal show, and I am your boy Marcus Neal, and that was the one and only William Murphy with a powerful song. Listen, we're here, and I'm just with the crew, man. We chopping it up. Got the lady with us here, and we're talking about the change of your state of being. That it's time for you to take you back. Listen, I want to get into this segment of it. I want to talk about how your present experience will lead to a powerful exhale.
Yeah.
I think we got to get the people to understand that your testimony is going to develop your triumph.
My God.
Yeah.
And we talked about that before we went to our break. JJ was talking about your testimony.
Yeah.
And David had that testimony. When David comes into one of the greatest triumphs of his life, one of the greatest victories in his life, when he faces Goliath, he was doubted. And one of our viewers sent something in, and I want to touch on that to help them. He was doubted by Saul. He said, this man has been a champion from his birth. You know, this is what he does. And you don't know nothing about this. Watch this, because that ain't even your lane.
At all.
It's your lane.
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
That ain't even your lane
At all.
to fight wars like this. This is what this man has done. He's a champion from birth.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, don't know nothing about that. But what David was able to come back and say to Saul was, even though this was not my lane, does not mean I don't have the experience.
Right.
He said, because even though I wasn't fighting men, I was fighting animals.
Wow.
Come on. Sometimes
Wow.
they can be animals.
Wow.
He said, I wasn't fighting men like Goliath was, but I was fighting animals. You know the Sunday school lesson. A lion came, caught him by the whiskers, killed him. Bear came, caught him by the whiskers, killed him. He said, and this uncircumcised Philistine is no more than a lion in the bed. In other words, what he was saying to Saul is, my testimony is going to develop my triumph. Wow. I'm going to get victory out of what I've been going through.
Wow.
And somebody that's listening needs to understand, you are about to get victory out of what you've been going through. Your present, hear me, your present experience is going to lead to your powerful exhale. You are getting ready to take off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All because of this.
All because of
of
it.
this.
All because of it.
Wow.
All because of it.
Wow.
All because of this. You homeless, but you getting ready to take off. All
Exactly.
because of this.
Exactly.
You laid up in the hospital sick, but you getting ready to fighting cancer, but you getting ready to take off. All because of this. Your bank account done hit the negative, but you getting ready to take off. All because of this. Your business in plunder, and you've lost clientele, but you getting ready to take off because of this. Your family is going through
Come on,
turmoil,
sir.
but you are getting ready
Wow.
to take off.
Come
All
on,
because of this.
sir.
Your testimony is going to develop your triumph.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
Victory is
That's
coming.
it.
Wow.
That's
Victory
it.
is here.
Victory is here. Huh?
Yeah.
It's coming
here.
and it's here.
What you
Yeah.
say?
My God.
It just showed up.
That's it. That's
Residual
it.
victory.
Wow.
Come on. Over and over.
Wow.
And over
Over
again.
and over. Is residualith TH a word? It's not, but I just made it up. We just made that up. Because TH means continuously.
Yeah.
So residualith is
Wow.
that's
Because
the
all I
word.
do is win.
Because all I do is win. I had a song. All I do is win.
All I
No
do-
matter what. If you're a believer, throw your hands up. Because all I do is
All
win.
I do is
All I
win.
do is win.
We gotta let the people know, man. Watch this. We gotta let the people know that you are getting ready to get D-Mile, man. Check this. You are getting ready to get life in your dead areas.
Wow.
Gee, me, Chris.
Wow.
Can these dry bones live?
Yes, they
Yeah.
can and they will and they
Yes.
shall.
But watch this. Before the bones ever lived, there was some things that were apart that were at first connected. And what God has to do in this season is, first of all, He's got to help you to believe that it can live again. And once you believe it's going to live again, He then, watch this, puts the fragmented parts that you thought were broken and could never connect again. He connects them, and it ends up being the army for your anointing.
So if you can believe that it'll live again, God will start to usher you into new connections.
New connections.
Yes.
Wow.
Or
Wait.
connections that you
911.
thought you lost
Yes,
in
sir.
last
We-
season.
We
We have a maniac in the building.
Well, we need to get them out of the building.
Out of the
like
building.
right now.
You call 911.
Okay, we're on the way.
Call tell 911. Cancel the funeral.
description?
I've
'Cause I
decided
decided
to
to
live.
live.
I've decided to
Come
live.
on now.
Tell 911 to cancel the funeral.
Because I've
I
decided
decided
to
to
Somebody listening to this Real with Neal show, you need to understand, cancel the funeral
Because I
live. I
decided,
decided
to
to
live.
live.
because you didn't decide to live.
But
God
this
is
is
getting
the-
ready to give life to your dead areas. This is your season of refreshing. You need to come alive. I told the church on Sunday, come alive and live.
And
But
live.
this is the thing. You have to believe it.
Got
Wow.
you.
Can't nobody believe it for you.
Not this one.
You have to believe this one
For
for
yourself.
yourself.
For yourself.
Because people can want it for you.
Right.
But until you want it,
For yourself.
it's not going to happen.
Yes, sir.
So we can sit there, we can talk, we can pray, we can believe, we can fast, we can do all of that. We can take you to the street with the house on it. But until you believe you can live in that house, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, because your doubt is always going to disqualify you from destiny.
That's it.
That's it.
You
Doubt
have to
disqualifies you
from your
destiny.
From destiny. You're your own hindrance. You've been blaming
We
people
are
for
our
fall.
biggest hindrance.
We are our biggest hindrance.
That's it.
Don't even take a picture of yourself. Just go to the bathroom and look in the mirror and say, "Stop it."
That's right.
That's it.
Just say, "Stop
When
it."
people
Michael
fail
Jackson,
to realize, when people fail to realize, my fault, big dick.
No, go ahead, Doc.
When people fail to realize that silence wins battles.
But, okay,
Now,
and you're
where's
gonna finish
my
that.
phone, sir?
You're gonna finish that because when they walked around the wall of Jericho,
Yeah,
They were silent.
They were
Silent.
silent.
And they looked foolish.
silence do what?
It
Wins
wins
battles.
battles. Let's bring Joseph in the equation. When he was in prison, if he would have talked bad and did not do what God told him to do to interpret the dreams, he would have never reached the manifestation of what God really had for him. But he had to remain silent in the process. He had to remain silent.
The Bible says he was led as a sheep to the slaughter,
Dumb
before his shearer, and he opened not his mouth.
He did not open his mouth.
No,
So
he
what
didn't.
you're saying is your success sometimes can be in your silence.
That's it. And sometimes if you just sustain the test.
Thank you, kind sir. I will say that.
I will say that. If he sustained the test, he even had to be quiet when he got accused.
Because if Jesus would have spoke, you preached it on our Good Friday service.
yeah.
You say he spoke up at the right time.
He spoke up at the right time.
Because if Jesus would have spoke out
At
of
the
turn on that cross,
We wouldn't be here.
We wouldn't be here right
We
now.
wouldn't be here.
No.
I'm gonna
Or if he would have said the wrong thing.
Nah, man.
Huh?
If you'd have said
That's
the wrong
saying the
thing.
wrong thing while you going through.
Wow.
While you going through.
While you going through.
Say the right thing.
You got to say the right thing.
Because this is what you
at the
got to
right
do.
time.
You got
Wait
to
a
speak
minute.
those things that are not
As though they were.
though they already
Because
were.
Jesus
Tell you.
himself would have disqualified himself from destiny when he was in front of Pilate.
That's right.
Because the only thing Pilate wanted him to do was say something.
Say something.
Say something.
Say something.
I can't say nothing.
And some people will push you to the point that they just want a reaction out of you.
That's right.
And if you give them what they want, you
You
will
lose.
destroy your own destiny.
You
right.
lose by giving them what they want.
And it looks like the
You
easy
spoke
way
out of
out.
turn.
Because had Jesus just said anything like, I'm not guilty,
Nope.
we wouldn't be standing here.
That's it.
But his silence produced our success.
That's why the old church said he said not a mumbling
Not a
word.
Not a
mumbling
mumbling
word.
word.
Not a
And that's what
mumbling
we
word.
got to do.
So in other words,
Don't say a
for those
mumbling
who aren't
word.
as church as we are, shut up.
That's
shut
it.
up.
Hello.
As Medea would say, put the shut,
the
to
shut
the up.
to the up.
Shut
To the,
Put the shut to the up.
That's right.
shut up, man. You talking too
You're
much.
talking too much.
And that's it, man.
Talking too much.
And you got the wrong people in your corner.
That's influencing you.
You don't
to
have a
talk too
good
much.
cut
I
man
can't-
or a good corner man.
Talking because one of my boys, man, from the conference, Stephen Lindsay, who's the youth pastor over with Keith Battle, I can't take credit.
Yeah.
He said the same thing. You got to have the right cut man. You got to have the right coach. But then you have to have the person that sees you dehydrated and knows when to give you the water.
That's right.
Because if you give me the water at the wrong time because of my movement,
I'm
I'll
a
cramp up.
I'm a cramp up. Shut your mouth and,
so in
call
the-
me purple.
So in other words, what you're saying is sometimes people can give you something that they think you need at the wrong time that will cause you more pain.
than what you already going through.
Look what they did to
They
Jesus.
think they're helping you.
They think you helping me, but you not.
Because they're giving you what you want at the right time.
Yeah, but they're hindering my mobility.
That's right.
I can't fight
Sooner
this
or later,
fight.
this gonna cramp you up.
It's gonna cramp me up.
They cramping your style.
Stop
This
cramping my
That's
style.
it.
But this the thing. It ain't gonna cramp me. It ain't gonna cramp my extremities. It's gonna cramp my core.
Wow.
And when my core is cramped, nothing else
Nothing
works.
else works.
Now you're stopping the process.
Hello.
So I guess we all need to call the police on each other. today.
It's just gonna be some
Just empty out the
Just
studio.
empty out
Be
the
like, look,
studio.
all right, y'all, we're out.
We out of here. We out of here. Man, but it's,
somebody,
it's true.
somebody hit us up on our Facebook
Yeah,
page.
yeah.
And I want to touch this because I really want to help because I want people to hear, man, and this is some good stuff today, man. Y'all really came to really help the people. And that's what's up. That your present experience is going to lead to your powerful excel.
Mm-hmm.
I need everybody to know that you're in your season to take off.
Take off.
To take off.
You're in the take off. You got to understand, everything that you have done has prepared you for this flight. You cannot show up at the airport and just get on. You have to go through a process.
Have to
Yes.
go through the
You
process.
got to
You
go through
just
the
don't
process.
show up and get on the plane.
And
And
watch
you
this,
have to be
even when you
early.
pay, even when you pay for a ticket.
You still got it.
Even when you
still-
pay for it, you still got to go through it.
You still gotta go through
And
it.
depending on what's the status of what you're going through, it might be a layover.
Yes, it might be.
Yeah, just roll him out.
Man, did you hear what he just said?
Yeah.
Though you paid
Though
for
you
the
paid
ticket,
for it.
You paid
you
for
still
it.
got to go through the process before the plane ever takes off.
And some people think that they don't have to go through the process because they didn't pay for
'Cause you
it.
paid
You
for
still
it.
have to go through the process before
Still.
this plane take off.
But watch this. Here's what's deeper about that process of going through the airport. You have to be able to check your luggage. What in the ham sandwich are you carrying around that's illegal that can't go on the flight with you?
That can't go on board.
No, let me tell you what I
They can't
did.
go on board.
But here's the thing. And stop letting people bring the luggage that didn't go through security.
Wow.
Hello?
Even when the luggage go through, they check that too.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I was going to Chicago, right? So I checked my bag. I'm good. First of all, I wait in this long line because I don't have the VIP status.
Yeah.
So you don't just go through the short line.
Oh, so TSA.
Yeah, TSA.
No,
the TSA pre-check.
Notice it's a new terminology. He has that. We don't.
We don't have that. We don't have the TSA.
We don't have that.
We don't have the TSA pre-check.
We don't have that.
Global entry.
Sorry, we don't have global entry or TSA.
No
pre-check.
global entry.
No, the global
We don't
entry.
have that. But I checked my bag, right? So I'm on the plane. I got my backpack. And so when I went through, I'm like, why my bag didn't come through? Where's my bag? The man said, excuse me, is this yours? I said, yeah, that's mine. He said, we need to see you. I'm saying, now I know I ain't got nothing in my bag. So I started to get a little panicky, saying, is it the fingernail clipper? Is it this? Is it that? I know I don't have nothing in there. So now I'm going through the process. What did I do wrong? What is in my bag? How am I going to get out of this situation?
Yeah, and
so a
what's
lot
gonna
of times, so now I'm saying, I can't go to jail. Don't nobody want to go to jail in Baltimore.
At all.
Nobody. So he's going through my bag and he says, this right here,
Too much.
you're over the ounce.
Yeah.
Do you want to go back where you just came from and check it with your other bags and get back in line and go through this process all over again? I said, man, throw that lotion in
'Cause
the
it ain't
trash
worth it.
because it ain't worth
me
it.
going.
It ain't worth
It's not
me
worth
going
me
back.
going back to what I'd already been
I done
through.
already did
And a
that.
lot of times,
So
people
throw it away.
double back.
Huh?
For something that ain't even worth
That's
It
it.
not
ain't
even
worth
worth
it.
it.
Throw that away.
No. Watch this for something that I can pick up once I get.
Once
to my
I get
day.
where I'm going,
That's it.
this ain't even worth it.
Because there was a Bath and Body Works in Chicago.
What
And
you
how
say?
many
Take
of us
this
are
lotion.
carrying
What you say?
stuff or making us repeat cycles that's not worth it?
It's not worth
But here's
it.
what I thank God for: the random spot checks.
Wow. Wow.
The Holy Ghost will do random spot checks
Yes.
to make sure that your flight is protected.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
I just thank God, man, because at first, man, I used to despise the spot checks.
Yeah.
But now all of us in this room and out there on Facebook and out on internet radio need to do random spot checks.
That's
Negroes need to be checked in this season because
And
I
they
got to
need
make
to.
sure you're ready to go to that next level with me.
They have to be, but you know, and that's funny you say that because there's a saying that says delayed but not denied.
Delayed but not denied.
You know what I'm saying?
Not denied at all, bro.
At all, man. And
Man.
you know that random spot check is for your own good.
It's for your own good. It's for your own protection.
Yeah, yeah.
It's for your own good.
But that's what you pay for.
It's
Hold
for your
on.
own protection. We got to understand, man, that in this season, I want everybody that's listening to the show, please understand that in this season, your present experience will lead to your powerful excel. You're getting ready to do, watch this, you are getting ready to do extremely well in this season.
Yep.
I'm talking to a
I
business
received that,
owner.
bro.
Yeah, man.
And I'm sitting here with you and receive that.
I'm talking to a business owner. I'm talking to a pastor. I'm talking to a mother, a father, a school, somebody that's in school, somebody that's going back to school. Yeah. You are getting ready to do extremely well. Don't be afraid to step out. Don't be afraid to start over.
That's right.
Don't be afraid to trust God in this season because you are about to do extremely well. Why? Because of your testimony. I remember the movie Rocky, and I want to address this individual that said something to us on our Facebook page. I remember the movie Rocky, and I think, I don't know if I touched this on last week, but Rocky is in this fight, and this is the last Rocky, and he's getting ready to fight, but he's old. And he said to Polly, he's telling Polly that he's getting ready to go. And Polly said, why would you do this, man? You're going to take a beating. And he's telling Polly how he feels, so forth and so on. So when Polly walks away after saying things that was discouraging to him, when Polly walks away from him, he says, hey, Rock, you're going to do well. And Rock says, how do you know? And he says, because of the stuff in the
The
basement.
stuff in the basement.
In other words, we were saying to him, even though you're old, even though you don't have the mechanics that you once had, it's the stuff in the basement that has built you all these years.
All these years.
So even though your physical, I'm talking to
Go
myself,
ahead. Go ahead.
even though your physical form don't look like it can take this endurance, the stuff in the basement is what's going to hold you over.
That's it. That's it.
And somebody
It's
that's
what's in
listening
you.
to this show need to know you got the goods.
Got
I don't
it.
care who overlooked you. I don't care who's talked down on you. I don't care that you may feel like you. Yes, lady, I see you crying. I don't care if you feel like you are the black sheep of the family. You got the goods.
Got it. You got it.
You are getting ready to
got
do
it.
well.
But you got
You
to tap
got
back
it.
into that basement experience.
You got it.
You got to be able to pull back on your foundation in order to move forward. And that's just real talk, man.
It's real
And
talk.
that's the
real
thing.
talk.
You can't get away from foundation.
Foundation's important.
Can't
Foundation
get away.
is very important.
Whether it was a good foundation or a bad foundation. Because you're going to learn to do this or not to do this. Foundation, either way, good or bad, you can always go back and learn from it. Remember what happened. Remember how you felt. Remember what you went through. Remember the emotional state. Because when you do that, when you get propelled, because you done made up in your mind, I want better and I want to be different. And where I am right now, my state of being, I can never go back to that
Can
place
never go
again.
back to that place.
Wow.
Your foundation is everything.
But see, to piggyback on that, and I know you gotta hit it. It's actually an add-on. I don't never see a foundation being bad at all.
No.
Foundation is never bad at all because sometimes your misery is your ministry, and your advancement comes through aggravation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna let you go.
I'm looking at you. I don't know why you're looking at me. You looking at me. I'm looking back at you. Yeah, but let's help this individual. Somebody commented,
Okay.
and let's help them as much as
Yeah.
we can. What did it say?
One of the comments said, I want to be different, but I have disappointed myself and others.
Okay, let's stop right there. As of right now, let's forget the others. Because the first thing you're going to have to start with is yourself.
Yes.
We got to get out of the place of stop trying to be people pleasers. Because at the end of the day, no matter what good you do, somebody's going to speak
Somebody
bad
will
of it.
always have
So you're
something
not
to
going to please everybody. You're not going to satisfy everybody. Everybody's not going to be, that's just not going to happen. I mean, all the good Jesus did, and they still turned around and said, crucify him. So you're not going to please everybody. Let's start with you. That's what this show is about today, this Real with Neal. It's talking about changing your self state of being.
state of being.
So let's talk about you. First of all, understand this. The person that sent that comment in, we got to get you to the place of understanding that
As long as you hold-
that as long as you hold on to it, you're holding God up.
Wow.
I'm going to say it one more time. As long as you hold on to it, you are holding God up. God can't do nothing until you first release it and let it go. When he gathered the disciples, the fishermen, he said, watch this. He said, drop your nets.
Yeah.
In other words, let it go.
Let it go.
And I'll make you fisher of men.
Amen.
Yeah.
If you let this go, watch what I turn you into.
Wow.
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 And for some of y'all young ladies that's listening, you make that comment, you just listening to this radio show, if you can get to the place that you can forgive you and you can let it go, watch what God make you to become.
Yeah.
Watch what he turns your life into, all because you was willing to let it go.
Let
Let
it
it go.
go.
Eyes haven't seen.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, the stuff God's getting ready to do for everyone in this room and out in Facebook Live and on the radio. Listen, the stuff that you're getting ready to encounter, nobody else has encountered it because it was custom made just for you.
Yeah.
It was tailor-made.
Yeah.
You got to let it
That
go.
situation.
Yeah.
You
But
gotta,
you gotta let it go.
All of us
Gotta
sitting
let
at this
it go.
table, and here's a Real with Neal moment. All of us sitting at this table got a pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ha!
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And sometimes your past wasn't that long ago.
What you say?
Sometimes your
What you
past
say?
is now.
What you say?
When your past and your present meet.
Wow.
You know?
Wow. PP.
What you do?
I know this is lady.
What you do when
So
your
I'm gonna
past and
ask
your
the
present?
chief.
You're gonna ask the chief.
What you do?
Chief,
What
roll,
you do?
roll around
Roll
here.
out here.
We need a
What you
Wow,
do?
Female
that
escort.
preach, yo, when your
What
past.
you do when your past and your present meet?
They collide. They come
They
together.
collide. They come together. And this is how I can say that.
But see, here's the crazy thing. Let me mess you up.
Go ahead.
Sometimes,
Mess me all the way
depending on where you are with your walk with God, your past and your present can be served as a river that flows together that ushers you into your purpose.
Yes, it can.
You need both of them.
Can we put
Because
him
you
out?
need both of them.
You need both
You
of 'em.
need your past and your present to flow together. That's going to
it.
produce your purpose.
That's it. That's it.
Somebody just said self-forgiveness is key to your process.
It has
It
to be.
has to
No,
be.
until you forgive
You
yourself.
have to.
Nothing else matters.
One of the greatest things that beat me up, man, and my dad was great in really. I mean, he kept the foundation, and he was stern with it, and he was an encourager. He was a disciplinary. He was all of that when I had my kids out of wedlock.
Oh,
you know,
God,
he was
yeah.
all of that. He was a disciplinary. He
Yeah,
was an encourager.
yeah.
He was a great help
Yeah.
through the process. But no matter what people said to me, oh, I'm praying for you, or you gonna be all right, or we love you, you gonna be fine, and all of the bishops and the mothers of the church was hugging me and kissing me, baby, you gonna be fine. It was the anguish that I put myself through when I went home in that room and the lights were out.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It was
That's
what
it.
I put myself through.
Can
Yeah.
I add to
But
that?
that-
Sure you can.
It's not as bad as you think it
It's
is.
never as bad as you
never
think it is.
You
It
make it
never
bad.
The
is.
enemy will always amplify your irritation to keep you
to
from
keep
your assignment.
you stuck.
Play in your
To
mind.
keep you stuck
That's
right
because he
there.
wants you to give up. If he gets you to give up, then it's over.
It's over.
No, but then if you give up, his plan is done.
That's right.
Because he come to steal, kill,
Yeah,
and destroy.
That's right.
So if you give up, your destiny is done.
It's not that bad.
It's not
it's
that
never that
bad.
I
bad.
keep hearing that, man.
It's
It's
never
not
that
that
bad.
bad.
And
That
but
bad.
you need to talk to the people.
It's not that bad because watch this. To your point, the only reason I said it wasn't that bad is because you said yourself, you were the person putting yourself through the anguish. Your father, the mothers of the church, watch this, were in your corner. They were helping you with the cut. Now, here's the thing about, let's take it back to that boxing analogy. Yeah, your past hit you and it cut your eye. Watch this, the cut man is there to make sure that the thing that has been cut does not, first of all, get infected.
Wow.
Because if it gets infected, then it's going to impair your vision. And if I can't see what I'm fighting, I'm already going to lose.
Wow.
But that goes
Gotta
back
stop
to
the blood
but that goes back to what I
Stop the
said.
blood.
That goes back to
But
what I
some
said
blood-
Sunday.
let me go ahead.
Sunday in Baltimore when Jesus healed the blind man, when he said that some of us, and this is important, that some of us in this season, God is delivering you from a birth defect.
Wow.
So
Don't make me
here's the
cry,
thing. In our previous season, we went off of what we heard.
Yes.
We went off of what people told us. And my
Yes.
grandmother used to say, a mouth that eats bread will
Will
say
say
anything.
anything. Yeah.
We
Say
went off of
anything.
what people told us. And this season, it goes back to your point, D-Mal. God is getting ready to heal our eyes that we don't get no infection, that we can see things for what they are. So in this season, we ain't going off what you tell us. We're going off what you showing us.
Here's the powerful part about that vision part. Jesus takes the man out of Bethsaida, takes him out of the place where Jesus had already cursed because they had a lack of appreciation. That's a whole nother thing. But when he takes him out of there, he spits on the man's eyes. Why does he spit on the man's eyes? Because watch this, he takes him out of the city where people could see him. He spits on the man's eyes. Now I got a question, Lord, why would you spit on me? Why would you spit on me? People cannot handle the disgusting details of your deliverance. So sometimes he's got to take you outside of a place where everybody can see. But he asked him, he said, what do you see? He said, I see men walking around like trees. But that's because he was in a place that he was not used to seeing people being planted.
Listen, I don't want you to forget that. We're going to touch that when we come back from this real quick. When we come back from the break, we're going to talk about don't allow people to play on your situation. When we come back from this break.
Come on, we worshiping all night tonight. So I hope you're comfortable. Come on, let me hear you. Let me hear you. You make me happy. You make me whole. You take the pain away. I'm so in love with you. You make me happy. You make me whole. You take the pain away. I'm so in love with you. Come on, say that with us. You make me happy. Come on, say you make me whole. That's it. Say you take the pain away. Now tell them I'm so in love with you. Let's do it again. Say you make me happy.
It is the Real with Neal radio show, and you live with your boy Neal. And I appreciate y'all so much. We've been talking about some great stuff. Tasha Cobb just got finished telling us about being happy. And if we're going to change the state of being, we are going to have to be happy. And this is a segment of the show that I love so much because it allows us to be happy in Jesus alone. And I have brought I brought my friend back with me today.
I am honored to be here.
Who everybody love. He's going to introduce himself. He's not an apostle, but he is a possum in the Lord's church. He is.
I am the apostle Samuel Emmanuel Moon. And I am happy to be here.
Oh my God.
So I
am happy to be here.
So Apostle, I'm just so glad you took the time to come be a part of our show today, and we talk about some good stuff. But on this part, I just want the people to be happy. I think happiness is so important for our life. So just let the people know. Don't let nobody steal your joy.
Nobody.
What do you do when
not
they try to steal?
Nobody.
Oh no. You're starting already.
What can you give us some tips on what to do to be happy?
Learn how to read. Learn how to count. I have an imbecile sitting to my left. We go bowling, and he does not know how to count.
Oh my God. So one of the steps of being happy is to learn how to read.
I don't want to learn how to read. You tell me to do everything I want.
Get rid of the imbeciles. There are some people in your life who are imbeciles. They don't want to grow. They don't want to know. They are imbeciles. You have to get rid of the imbeciles in your life.
Who brought this man to our show?
And if you get rid of them, you'll be happy.
In the Lord's church.
You'll be happy in the Lord's church. Apostle, what is Samuel?
Samuel Emmanuel Man. If you do not say them, you are not doing it justice.
So Samuel Emmanuel Well, Apostle, thank you for coming to the show today.
It is all. I am happy to be here.
And we are happy to have you because like Tasha Cobb say, we want to be happy.
Want to be happy.
Yeah, I thank the Apostle for coming today.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Oh my God, you need.
I am signing off. Remember, it is Samuel Emmanuel Mamun.
Oh God.
Dude, you sick, man. You need help. That's my dude, man. I love the Apostle. Man, that's my dude, man. That's my guy, man. I'm telling you, he is the guy. He will bring much joy to your life.
He will.
I'm telling you, man. I love having him on the show. Listen, guys, we was talking some good stuff before we went to break. And
wait a minute. I'm sorry. Mama Velma talking about E-by-C.
Yes, she did. I just saw it. Imbeciles.
Oh my God.
Imbeciles.
They are imbeciles.
Oh my God, man. That's
funny.
Yeah, man. So we was talking some good stuff, man, before we went to break. Really helping the people, and according to some of the things we're seeing, the people are really receiving what's being said. I want to touch this, man, that I think is really important, and that is, don't allow people to play on your situation. You know, people will.
Wait.
You know what?
Oh,
you know what?
The apostle.
You know. You come sit down.
Come have a seat.
Come sit down.
Sit down.
Come sit down. Look. See, this is where, you know what? And I'm glad we had all that conversation before this, because this is where you don't even say nothing.
Yeah.
Just don't say nothing.
You don't even say nothing. Look, no. He don't even get. No, you sit down. No, he.
I have gas in you.
I want to give him
This
the
man here.
Gift.
That keeps
From
on
God.
giving.
This man just strolls in when he wants to.
Yeah.
Is this the Real with Neal or the Victor Blackwell show? This man just roll in when he feel like
Vic
it.
with Vic. Come in when you are.
He just show up when he feel like it.
He better have a word.
Good to see you, man. You good?
See y'all, man.
You all right? You straight?
I just wanted to let the people know, pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes, huh?
Or pay your taxes.
I feel you, man. That's a word right there. So look, hey, don't allow people to play on your situation. We look here in Matthew's, and Jesus has just had an encounter with the woman with the issue of blood. He goes to the house. He enters the synagogue, the leader's house, and the Bible says in Matthew's, the 9th chapter, verse 23, guys, and here is where I want us to flow in what we do. You know, I want us to flow in what we do, what the gifting that God has given us. And so he enters into the synagogue leader's house, and when he gets there, the girl is dead, and they are playing. The Bible says they're playing. The crowd is noising, and they're playing on their pipes. So here, this girl is dead, but they have taken this opportunity to play music on this situation. And how many times have we reached places in life where people play on our situations, really is not there to really help, but really to take advantage of what you're going through?
Yeah, my agony has turned into entertainment.
Say that again?
Bye.
My agony has turned into their entertainment. You said bye? Okay. Well, I mean, if Vic can come in late, maybe I can
Leave early.
leave early.
That's crazy.
You got to get to the place where you said your agony, my agony has turned into their entertainment. And that's where,
They've gotten amused by it.
and so this is more joyful to them because it allows them to do what they want to do.
When it's killing me.
People live.
When it's
to see
killing
you
me.
fail.
This is you getting pleasure out of my pain.
Yeah, people live to see you fail.
That's it.
They
That's
wake
it.
up every day, even on social media. They watch and see if you gonna post a negative comment, a stressful comment, a depression comment. They just watching your life. You'll be amazed how many friends you have on Facebook that don't even comment. That don't even comment on your page. They just watching you to have a bad life.
Wow.
Yeah, they just watching, man. They just spectators. That's what I call them, spectators.
And so we gotta understand, man, that in this season of our life, we're talking about that of changing our state of being. We got to get to the place where we make it clear. Watch this. We make it known that this noise ain't necessary. I'm not gonna have this in my life. Because in other words, what we gotta let people know in 2018, you don't have time for drama because you living out your dreams.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I don't have
That's
time for
it.
you to bring drama in my life when I'm living out my dreams. Everything about my life is being set up to live out my dreams.
That's right.
My life is not a TV
You're
show.
prophetically tapping into something because I've heard 3 sermons over the weekend talking about dreams. There's no way in the world, and this is one thing I've learned from a bishop in Baltimore, Maryland. He said, always listen to the law of repeat. And the law of repeat is showing you God is trying to tell you something. Now, it's up to you to ignore it or not. But this dream thing is so important. It's important because God is getting ready, to your point. You got to get the dilemmas and the drama outside of your dreams because if not, your dreams are going to turn into a nightmare.
Yeah.
Quick.
That's crazy, man. I was just telling someone yesterday, a friend of mine, I would say, I am tired of the drama. I am tired of and the crazy thing is you got people that come to you and say, hey, people know this, people know that. The truth of it is, everybody don't know what's going on. You follow what I'm saying? And so it may be disorder in your circle, you follow what I'm saying, or in your sphere of people, you follow what I'm saying? So you have to start, even with the little girl being dead, Jesus saw something different, and you have to start seeing something different in chaos.
You need somebody in your life that can see something different.
If people can't see, my thing is, if people can't see what you see in disorder or in your chaos, you need to dismiss them because confusion is going to come.
there's going to be disorder at some point.
So if
But you
people
have to-
can't see different during your dilemma, you need to dismiss
you
them.
need to dismiss them.
Wow.
You need to
Straight like
dismiss
that.
'em.
Straight like that.
You need to dismiss them.
Because
like that.
because you said something that was so profound, Vic. You said Jesus saw it differently. So you sitting up here playing off of my situation because you ain't willing to see me different than what you see me now.
Right.
That's it.
So because you're not willing to see me any different than what you see me now, you start playing on me.
And because you don't see me different now, you'll never see me different.
And you can tell the people who see you different, taking it back to the previous statement, when you can look at my agony as entertainment, I know you're not the one for the next season God's getting ready to
You're
take me
not.
to.
You're not even
but
the
if
one for
I
this
can be in
season.
a dilemma and somebody can talk me up out of
Talk me up out of it.
Talk me up out
Talk
of
me
it.
up out of it. And what messed the thing up, man, is when Jesus shows up. Jesus, here's the thing. That's why you got to understand. In this season, man, don't trip off of people that's laughing at you because things are about to look different real quick. Jesus shows up, man, and this girl is laying there. She's dead. Jesus says, no, we cool. She's asleep. They start
They
laughing
start
at him.
laughing. How you laugh at God?
Now, if my life is really that important to me, why are you taking this situation lightly?
So lightly. So lightly.
Why this become amusing to you? Why do I cannot stand, man. One of my biggest issues is to be dealing with something and talking about something so serious and people find humor in it.
Find humor
What are
in
you
it.
laughing at?
What are you laughing
This is not funny. Don't you see this hurts me?
Yeah.
But you know what? Some people just doing their job.
That's it. That's your
Victor.
job.
Some people, you got to look at. There were officials there. They were doing their job. Some were there to see if she was really
Spectators.
dead.
They just
Some were
spectating.
there to just do their job. The people that were playing the music, they didn't have to know. They were just doing their job. And so it's some people's job to keep you distracted, to keep you in a dead place. You know, to keep you in this place where you can't get out of. And you got to dismiss them, man.
You gotta dismiss them. Jesus comes and says, she's asleep. They laugh at him. And this what goes to your point, the dismissing part. And the Bible said, and he put them out the house.
put them out.
Because what I'm getting ready to do, you ain't beneficial to me because you don't even believe that this is getting ready to turn.
That's right.
You don't even see this any differently. So guess what? When I'm done with it, then you can see the end result.
You took it right out of my mouth.
But you won't see the process of this.
Yep. And just because everybody sees it like that, that doesn't mean that is an accurate way of looking at it.
That's right.
Everybody thought she was dead. One person, Jesus, came in and saw it differently. So just because everybody say, oh, it's popular to do, or oh, it's we should do it like this, or it should be a certain way, that doesn't mean that it's right.
Yeah.
And this is what, while y'all talking, I'm listening. You will have hinderers, keepers, seekers, squatters, and believers. The hinderers are there just to tell you what you cannot do. The keepers are there, those are the ones you need in your circle. The seekers are trying to find out one of two things, what I can do to help or what I can do to destroy. So you got to be careful of the seekers.
Wow.
The squatters, we
Wow.
just here to be here.
Wow.
We don't have no purpose. We don't have no. I'm taking up space in your life where you need a keeper. I'm here squatting. And then you got believers, those that will push you till you can't be pushed no more.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. Just to add to Lisa was saying, that the crazy thing is you got people. I looked at it almost the same way, because you got people there that were celebrating her life. You got people there that were mourning her life. You got people that were there that was there just to see if she was really dead.
See if she was really dead.
And then there were some people there just to get her out the way.
Yeah.
Some people are waiting.
I'm
Just
just
to
there
get
to
you out the
remove the
way.
body.
Get you out the way.
I'm
Just to
just there
get
to
you out
remove
the
your
way.
body.
There's something significant about your position
That I
people are
want.
that I want,
That
and
I
I'm waiting
want.
for you to die. I'm waiting for you to die so that I can take your place. But not knowing God has given me the grace to deal with the pain that goes in this place when you don't have that. And here's what's interesting. So many people envy some of us to the point they don't understand the grace that we have to go through what we're going through.
it.
And they think they can do it, but once they get in here, they'll lose their minds and snap.
But that's what
Snap.
I was getting ready to say. You want to take my place. but you have no idea what I go through on a daily basis to just maintain
My
where
space.
I am.
But the thing is, man.
Get out of
The
here.
thing is, and it's not so much to get you out of the way as in the physical form. People will play on your situation to keep you down, to keep you
Yes.
depressed. To
Yes.
keep you, they'll bring stuff to you to make you turn against somebody else just to get you out the way so they can step in.
So they can step in.
And people are so, and I'm going to say it because it's real with Neal, people are so ignorant and naive to the fact of not understanding when people are just playing on your situation. Only to get somebody else out the way so they can move in.
And they want to move in and they can't even afford the rent.
Wow.
You can't afford this.
You
They
gotta
have no
understand.
idea.
You gotta understand. 2018 is not the time to live in drama. It's the time to live out your dreams.
That's it.
The Bible said, God, you got to understand, man, and now everybody needs to understand this. God is getting ready to change, and I speak to this whole crew today, and I speak to the listeners, man, everybody that's viewing this. God is getting ready to change the lineup.
Yeah.
You better hear
Yeah.
me. I said, God is getting ready to
Yeah.
change the lineup. He put it like this, and the last shall be first,
Yeah.
and the first shall be last. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know who's listening to this show today, but you need to understand God is getting ready to change the lineup. Everything about your self-being is getting ready to shift and change, and you are getting ready to walk in a whole new dimension of your life. Stop living in drama. Put some of this stuff, it's a real with Neal moment right here. Put some of this stuff out your house.
That's it.
That's right.
That's it. Because if you can't have peace nowhere else, you got to have
I
peace
gotta
in your
have peace
house.
home.
Yeah.
It's got to be peace.
Got to
in the
have
house.
peace at home.
Put some of this
Peace
stuff
at
out
home.
your house. Jesus said, I ain't got time for this. He put it out the house.
Yeah.
I'm not living in drama when I'm living out my dreams.
That's it.
Here's
You
the
can't
major-
do both.
Here's the major piece in that. Jesus wasn't the homeowner,
No, it was not.
which then tells me this daughter's father had to give Jesus the authority
The
and
authority.
access to put it out
The
put it
authority
out.
and the access to do this.
do
Watch
it.
this in my house.
in my
My
house.
house.
How many people out there are really allowing things to go on because we have not given Jesus the authority
Talk, man.
and the access to put it out?
Talk, man.
He's got the authority and the access, but you're not giving it to him.
Talk, man.
You're not giving it to him. You're not giving it to him.
You want to tell him, but you don't want to release it.
You don't want to release
You're
it.
saying, God, I want you to do this, but I'm going to keep my hand in it.
But
God,
when
I
you-
want you to do this, but I'm not going to step away
But when you
from
get to
it.
the place that you're determined
No.
to change your self-being, you will relinquish and release.
All of it.
You will submit.
All of it.
Oh, life will put you in a place, in a
You
position
have no choice.
where you have no choice. It's
But-
either my survival or this thing's sanity. And that thing will have to go crazy before I go out.
When you get to the place that you can put it outside, things will get up on the inside.
Come on, sir.
When you get to the place that you can put it outside, things will get up on the inside. That's that self-being.
Yes.
God will give you your
Yes.
spirit back.
Yes.
He grabs a girl by the hand and says to her, get up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And some people need to know, listening to me, this is your year to get up.
You can't be a
It's
dead
your,
man walking no more.
it's your get up year.
You can't be a dead man walking no more. How you a dead man walking around? Get up.
It's your get up year.
Get up.
People out there are either one or two things. They're either dead like this damsel or crippled like the man at the gate called Beautiful. But both of them, which is significant,
Gotta
now
get up.
you pulling on my Holy Ghost, bro.
Talk
both
to
of
'em.
them, which was interesting, both of them got pulled up by the hand.
By the hand.
By the hand.
By the hand.
God says he's getting ready to give you a hand.
Huh. In more ways than one.
In more ways than
and
one.
In more
here's the
ways
thing.
than
Here's
one.
the thing. This man, I'm gone.
But
Here's the thing.
he put his
Here's the
stuff out.
season. Here's the season we all getting ready to enter into. We are all getting ready to enter into the season of the help up and the applause.
That's it.
You
That's
are getting
it.
ready to tap into somebody that's going to help you up so the audience can applaud for you.
Huh.
Takes it back to that book of Acts.
My God.
Peter and John helped this man up, and he's praising God in the temple, and the people are astonished.
Yeah.
And while you're going through this season, man, you better realize and recognize the people that let your hand go when you needed them the most. Because what you will not do is benefit from what God is about to usher me into when you weren't even willing to hold my hand while I was going through. You let my hand go when I needed you the most.
Can I beg to differ? You can benefit. You can watch.
Oh, you gonna watch, but that's about it.
That's the only benefit you can get.
Well, here's my thing, and I'm not going against y'all.
Oh, go against it. I
Go
want to
ahead,
hear it. Bring
go
it.
ahead.
Psalms 23 tells me he prepares a table before me in the presence of mine enemy.
Mm-hmm.
My cup runs over. Now, the question I have in the text is this. Why would God allow my cup to run over?
So my enemies can benefit from it.
So they will benefit from it. So watch this. My enemies are getting ready to live off of my overflow.
They'll benefit from the aspect of the from the remnant. From the remnant of it.
But the way the anointing is getting ready to hit your life, bro, and I'm speaking prophetically to you, the people who let your hand go, man, the remnant of it is still gonna feed them.
It's still good enough.
It's still gonna feed them.
But you
got
gotta understand.
Be enough.
And you made me stray last week, and I'm not straying this week. You got me off topic last week. But even to that, notice the book and work the text. He prepareth a table before you in the presence of your enemies. He prepared it. He never said they would participate. They'll see the preparation. They just won't participate in what's been prepared.
They just be looking.
They'll see it because he prepared it. He never said they participated. That's a big difference. They'll see it.
They'll see it.
They'll see it, but they won't participate in it. Because you got to remember this. Thank you, kind sir. I will say that. You got to remember this. An enemy is always an enemy.
Yeah.
Regardless.
And what's the point of having something prepared for you and you let your enemy be a part of it? An enemy is always an enemy. When Jesus got done with Judas, he was done with him.
And that fool killed himself.
I was getting ready to say,
Hello.
Judas ended up killing
And he
himself.
hung himself when
killed
Jesus was
himself.
done. And that's the problem that a lot of us have. When God prepares something with us, we want our enemies to come back and be a part. And you cannot allow your enemy to come back and be a part of nothing God has prepared for you. Because once an enemy,
Always. That's right.
always an enemy. I got to go to break on that note. We'll be right back.
You did not create me to worry. You did not create me to fear. But you created me to worship daily. So I'ma leave it all right here. Help me say yeah.
You did not create me to worry. You did not create me to fear.
You created me.
not create me to fear, but you created me to worship daily. So I'ma leave it all right here. I will trust in trust in you, Lord. I will put my trust in you.
So we're back. You were not created to worry. You were not created to fear. That's a local artist that we love here in the DMV, Anthony Brown. So we got something on the table that's real hot. We got a number. What's that number that if you want to call in, you can hit us real quick at?
Yes, if you want to call in, give us your questions or comments, call us at 240-389-3397. Again, that's 240-389-3397.
One more time, sis.
240-389-3397.
So we got something that's hot on the table right now that's been,
Yeah.
that's been kind of blowing up. And that is, I made the statement, the comment, and I'm definitely open to hear it. And that was, once an enemy is always an enemy. So D-Mal said when we was on break, he was like, dude, I want to holler at you. I want to put something out there. I heard what you said, but, he went real deep and spiritual. The Lord. Right. The Lord dropped something in my spirit. So I said, well, all right then, spirit. So hit me up, D-Mal. What's up, man?
The Roman soldier. Who's the one, and some theologians say that this is the same one who pierced him in the side. When they saw all of the agony he had gone through. Now, this is the same cat that put him up there. He changes his tune and then yields to salvation. He says, truly, this must be the Son of God. He has been shifted now from an enemy to a partner, all because Jesus was able to suffer with class. And so your enemy to me is not always your enemy. It's always your response to what you go through that can change their mind about you, and they can become a partner.
And I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that, and I don't argue that point. I think the thing that we have to understand in this, and my dad said it a couple of weeks ago that was so profound. I was going through a situation in my life, and I was going through something, and me and my dad was chopping it up, and we was talking about it. And he said to me just like this. He said, Marcus, in time, their actions will tell you if they really meant what they were saying.
Wow.
So what I'm saying to counteract on what you were saying, which I totally agree with you. Let me say it like this. So let's clear this up. Once an enemy is always an enemy. You can tell if this enemy has really been changed by their actions. If their actions remain the same, then they're still your enemy. And that's why in this season, we got to see what people actually, like I said, it ain't no more, goes back to what we said earlier. It's no more going off of what you're telling me. It's going off of what you're showing me. Yeah. And if nothing about your actions have changed, then I can't call you friend.
And I can't trust your word.
I can. And so I think to goes back to the question that was asked, okay, expound on this thing, once an enemy is always an enemy. And you brought a good point, man. That's a good, because now he becomes partnership because of his action change. He was willing to change his actions.
And see, we as believers have to get to the place. And yeah, man, come on, let's just be real. This is real with Neal. I think everybody in this room is thorough enough to say, hey, I don't want to really, my flesh says I really don't want to have to partner with the people who cause me pain. But sometimes your response to the trial will be the thing that buys them into what God has for you.
And you would know that.
Based upon their
actions.
You would know that you would know in this season the shift has taken place of now partnership because your actions are different.
That's right.
I can't call you partner and you bringing the same action that you was giving me in the last season.
That's good.
And at the end of the day, I'm not going to believe what you say, because what you told me is what hurt me. How you treated me is what turned me. So now the only thing I can go off of is your action, because I'm going to stand back and not listen. I'm going to stand back and watch.
And even with the whole thing of once a friend, always a friend. I think somebody asked the question. That's like saying once a friend, always a friend. That's it's the same concept. That action. your action is going to show if you're still a friend.
Absolutely.
It goes back to what we was talking about earlier before somebody showed up late. But it goes back to what we were saying.
Oh, God.
Shots fired.
Hallelujah.
But it goes back to what we were saying earlier, man. In that season of my difficultness, were you still there to hold my hand? I'd rather have hard times with you than good times
And
with
good
someone
times
else.
with someone else.
I'd rather be with you in a storm
Then safe,
than safe and warm in somebody else's arms.
I got a comment.
It's your actions. Are you willing to remain the same? Jesus said, I'm the same yesterday, today, and forever. Are you willing to remain the same? Because guess what? And JJ talked about titling. Once your actions change, I have to retitle you.
Oh yeah, you're definitely.
I can't give you can't keep that same title.
No, I agree with that.
That's like a prime player, you know, who's missing. I think one time Allen Iverson was one of them. And no matter how great you are, you missing practice.
Yeah.
Your actions are off.
Yeah.
So I don't care how great you are, we got to bench you. So now you ain't a starter, you coming off the bench.
That's it.
We got to change your title.
Yeah.
Because of what? Your actions.
Now, this is one of the comments that I thought was rather intriguing. It says, a leopard never changes its spots. A person cannot change who they are, meaning their character, no matter how hard they try.
I can't agree with that.
That's just one of the
Now,
comments.
and again, I give the comments out, but see, maybe I am well, no, I'm not even gonna say that. Again, we have to look at, when we make comments like that, we give people we don't give people the opportunity for redemption.
And I agree with that.
For redemption. Now, again, trust me.
Oh, no,
your
I agree.
actions have to line up.
I agree with
because
that.
out of the abundance of the heart, the
mouth
mouth speaks.
I agree with that.
So when the centurion said, truly he's the son, it was a heart issue.
Yep.
He changed and it came out of his mouth
Yep.
automatically. I don't have to beg somebody to say they love me.
You're going to tell me.
You're going to tell me and show me, right, if it's in your heart. So my thing is, and then whoever the person was that made the comment, let me ask you this. If Christ treated you the same way when it came down to your indiscretions and your sinful nature, would he still call you a leper? He wouldn't. Because at the end of the day, he gives us an opportunity for redemption. And that's the only thing I'm saying.
And yet again, I totally agree with what you're saying. What you're saying is absolutely 110% the truth. I think what we have to take in consideration and understand the separation of that of once a friend, always a friend, or once an enemy, always an enemy, is that one word, actions.
Yeah.
It's that one word, actions. Because guess what? Nothing can happen on a set until the word action is yelled. And once the word action is yelled, then people start to do what? Perform.
Marcus Neal.
And I'll be able to tell your performance by that one word, action. And how you're performing in my life lets me know what title to give you.
That's a heavy analogy,
That's
bro.
it.
That's a heavy one.
Your action.
Action.
God can hit action in my life. And I'm watching how everybody performs.
How everybody performs. How everybody
and it gives
performs.
us the greatest example because it says, for God so loved the
mic.
world, he gave. It's action.
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 Action. If I got to beg you to tell me you love me, if I got to beg you to be there when I need you, if I got to plead and beg for you to watch this, to be consistent in what you once was, then that lets me know where you at, your performance. You're showing me your performance. Right. So it goes back to what we said. Some people you just got to you dismiss them, put them out the house. Because you can't be a part of this performance that God is about to do for me based off of what? Your actions.
Your actions.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
You know? And you're so right, D-Mal. With all of us sitting here, man, none of us would be sitting at this table if we didn't serve that kind of God that didn't give us a chance. But guess what? You want to know why we're sitting at this table? Because our actions change.
And I was getting ready to tag team with you on that. Again, you got to give an opportunity for a person to show you that their actions have changed.
Yeah.
Watch this, and here's the major point of maturation or maturity. Can we, as the offended, give that person the opportunity with their actions to be put back into partnership?
Now you have to have a matter of the heart. Because a lot of times we hold stuff against people. We don't want to forgive. We don't want to, as we said earlier, let go. But let's go back and just look at God, because he's the center of everything. What if he would have been the type to say, oh, I'm not letting that go. I'm not doing that. Peter, I already know. Listen to this one. I already know what you're gonna do, so let me hold it against you now.
And that goes back to the old saying that we grew up on, that we got to be very careful about, and that whole thing of I'll forgive you, but I never forget it.
But I'll never forget.
You gotta forget it.
If you don't forget it, you can't
because
forget.
it goes back to what you were saying about the whole partnership. Just maybe, and just maybe you might be in a season of your life. Let's just use Vic. You know, maybe me and Vic wasn't feeling each other. We wasn't vibing at one point. But now we're at a place in life where his ministry is now, or my ministry is now profitable for him. And God brings us back. If I'm not willing to have forgotten what had gone on between us, even though I forgave it, I'll never be able to see the action of his pure intent of really wanting to do right.
And once it's the pureness of who he really is in spite of the infraction.
Yeah.
In spite of.
In spite of. So I think what we got to understand, this is a great way to close this show out, is that everybody has to be willing to forgive and forget. But in the same token, you have to go. It goes back to what we said. In this season, no longer can we operate off what we heard. We have to operate off now God giving us the vision of not being infected. Our eyes are not infected, so we can see clearly. And now we are looking at your actions, so we can go back to what Jesus said, determine how to title you.
And then the question then becomes, who is that person's cut man?
Who's in their corner?
Who's
Who was
in their
in their ear?
Because you said something to me that was so profound in the bowling alley, and I want to share this with the real listeners. You said to me when we were bowling, you said, Neal, where God is getting ready to take you, you can't afford to take another hit. And that's why we got to be so sensitive to this friend-enemy thing, because what God is getting ready to release in the lives of those that's listening and watching, you can't afford to take another hit. You can't be bamboozled again.
No.
Fooled me once.
Shame on me.
Fooled me twice. Come on. I mean, because at the end of the day, again, let's talk about this partnership piece with God and man. God is willing to forgive, but you've got to be able to put the action in front of it, and that's called repentance. Many people ain't ready to repent. They ain't really ready to turn. They're really more upset they got caught.
I'm mad that I got caught. That's a whole nother
really ain't
beast
sorry.
in itself.
You just blown. You got caught.
Yeah. No, you're sorry that you
It
got
wasn't
caught.
me.
It was. Did you? Now,
I saw it on the sofa. It wasn't me.
Oh man.
You know.
That's it. It wasn't me. My thing is, when it comes to the whole forgiveness thing, I'm just a firm believer, and I may be wrong. This is just my opinion. I forgive you for myself. Because some people will never say, I'm sorry. Some people will never say, I apologize. Some people will never say, my fault, or I should not have done.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, once I let you walk into a room and you change my continent, my character, and my demeanor, I've given you more power than you deserve to have over me. So what I do is, regardless if you ever say it, I forgive you. Not for you, for me, because I want to move forward. I want to be better. I want to be the bigger person. Even if you know and I know that you did me wrong. You may have said something, done something, acted a certain kind of way. I don't have to befriend you, but I do have to forgive you, even if you don't ask for it. That's just me.
And Bishop Jake says something powerful in his book, Let It Go. He said, unforgiveness is like this. Unforgiveness is, you're the one who hurt me. I have a glass of poison. I drink it and expect you to die.
That's not going to happen.
That's how unforgiveness is.
Yeah.
I have a glass of poison.
Yeah.
I drink it and I expect you to die. So to your point,
I'm killing myself.
I'm killing myself. So I'm
kill
just going to let it go.
I'm going to let it go because I'm going to kill myself.
Because and it goes back to what we talked about earlier in the show. It's about the mindset. And you'll never change your state of being if you can't get your mind back, if you can't regather and gain self-control again, back over you. You know, I think we all got to realize this, man, is that we've all been hurt and we've all hurt. Period. Nobody listening to me has not been hurt, and nobody listening to me has never hurt.
Somebody else.
You've hurt somebody.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and when you've hurt somebody, you've wanted forgiveness.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And one of the things I cannot stand, man, like I said, and I just got to be me. One of the things I can't stand is for people that's always trying to shuck the blame. They're always pointing the finger at somebody else. They're always looking at you, the reason why I'm this way. No, I'm not the reason why you this way. You're that way because you want to be that way.
because the situation is long over with.
It is. You
That thing
chose
is
this.
dead and buried.
Dead, buried, and decaying.
Resurrected.
And if
But
it goes back to what
still
you said,
walking
man.
around.
If I mean that much to you that you want us to be partners, you'll be willing to forgive me to see that my actions are different. I'm trying.
Yeah.
And somebody may even have the thing of, well, because I think I saw it in one of the comments, what if they keep on doing it?
Well, then we just told you what.
Dismiss
I
them.
had this moment last week.
Dismiss them.
We just told you.
Yeah.
If they keep doing it, then nothing about their actions have changed.
That's it.
Dismiss
Nothing.
it.
Dismiss it.
Then you have to ask yourself this question. Why do they feel like they can continue to do that?
Because they know you will allow
No,
it.
it goes back to what I said. What God dropped in my spirit, man, that was so profound. And man, y'all messing me up. I'm gonna tell you why they keep doing it to you. Here's why they keep doing it to you. They keep doing it to you because they have no respect. Wow. We want people to fall in love with our gifts, but they don't respect you.
Wow.
You want a good lover at home, real with Neal. Oh, he lays it down. He's the pipe cleaner.
Oh God.
He's the what, though?
The pipe cleaner.
He's the pipe cleaner.
Yes.
He having a moment. His nickname is Drano.
Mr. Drano.
Oh,
Did you say Drano?
she's so
Mr.
great,
Drano.
and she's so this, and she's so that. She's a perfect lover, and she makes me feel good, and she cooks for me, and all of these great adjectives we put, but you're still getting the same action. Why? Because there is no respect. They appreciate the gift, but they don't respect you. Right. Jesus is at a wedding feast. They run out of wine at a wedding feast when his mother turns to him and says, work your gift. His mother turns and says, work your gift. Jesus says, no, my time has not come yet. She does not even address what he says. She turns to the disciples and says, whatever he tells you to do, do it. In other words, I'm not tripping off the fact that he don't want to use his gift. I'm getting ready to step into authority of respect. You gonna respect me as your mother. And we want people to love our gift but don't respect you. That's why you can go all over the world and sing and they give you what they want you to have because they don't respect you. But when they respect you, you can demand what you want and they'll give it to you because you now made them respect the gift.
Remind me to talk to you about that subject matter when we get off the air.
I'm telling you, man.
That's a major point.
I'm telling you, in this season, you got to have people in your life that will respect you.
Yeah.
Because when they respect you, they'll treat you right. And you won't keep getting the same results. The reason why they keep giving you the same result is because they don't respect you. They'll go clean across town with somebody that they have respect for and will not treat them the way that they're treating you.
Exactly.
Because they respect them.
Now, can I put a twist on it?
Sure, you can twist it on. Put a tie on it, a bow.
Mr. Drano.
Mr. Drano. Now, when I say twisted, I'm like the reverse side of it. What is it about you that they feel like they can keep doing it outside of I don't respect you? It has to be something about you that they feel like I can do it and it's going to be okay because they always forgive me. What if you're the person that is being done to? How do you get to the place that you say, I'm not accepting this anymore, even if it means the end of our friendship?
You won't settle.
What at that point? Because I'm tired of, if I tell you that this is hurting me and you keep doing it, it's a reason that you keep doing it.
You've allowed it. You've allowed it. Go ahead, JJ.
Not only does you allow it, they know your heart. They know your heart. And a lot of times there's an old saying that says people see what you can't see. Mm-hmm. And people know the kind of your heart, and they know the forgiveness that you have for people. Mm-hmm. As pastors and preachers and stuff like that, they hold us up to a certain accountability and to a point that we have to forgive. So they know we're not going to lash out, cuss them out, and throw them across the street and stuff like that. But for a same man that's in the street, same man as a pastor, they not going to do that because they know you only got one time with him before he do something to you.
So that's like in the movie Django when the man was up in the tree and he said, I can't fight no more. He said, no, I paid for 5 fights.
I paid for 5.
Somebody gonna fight.
You only gave me 3. Yeah. He said, but I won them all. He said, but by line. He said, don't go playing on my kind heart.
Yeah. Don't go playing on my kind heart.
No one playing on my kind heart.
They did.
And so you said what you're saying is a lot of times people play on your kind heart.
Because
They know you
your
got that
heart.
kind of heart.
They know your heart.
Wow.
They know your heart, man. And once they know, once people know your heart, that's why you got to be careful who you let get close to you.
Wow.
You know, and
Wow.
that's why it takes years. It's a quick second for somebody to get close to you, but it takes years for them to get away from you.
And that's why, man, and we got to give me wrap up. That's why you got to in this season look at actions, because some people will come in your life and they will only duplicate what they see somebody else doing that's close to you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the thing of you just don't have respect for yourself.
But never have the intention on being that to you.
That what you need.
That what you need. So they'll duplicate what they see. That's like Josh coming into my life and he see how close I am with Vic, and he see what the benefits that Vic is getting. So he starts to duplicate what he see Vic do, so he get the same response out of me, but don't have the same heart that Vic got.
Right.
And not only that, hasn't been there as long as Vic has.
As long.
Time.
Certain people
Tested friendships.
Certain people want the benefits of tenure and can't have it.
And can't have it. And can't have it.
This person earned this.
But they can't sustain the test.
Yeah, hello.
And it shows.
Yeah,
It'll
it
show
shows.
because down the road where Vic done put in 15, 16, 17, 18 years, that's tested.
Yeah.
Yes.
You only done put in 3, 4 years, and as soon as a major test come, you ready to run.
Yeah.
Not even 4 years, a couple months.
And you ready to run.
They want to run.
You ready to run. But you want the benefits of what he's getting.
Yeah, you want it. You want it all up front.
Yeah,
Well,
you want that all up front.
All up
Well,
front,
that's
but
because
Vic
you
has
have an
seen you
ulterior
in your
motive.
highs, lows, your back, your
Hold
forwards.
on. Covered you, protected you,
Yeah.
forgiven
They
you.
gone through the hurt,
Done gone through the
the
hurt.
pain, the
Yep.
tears, all that.
Yep.
He done been through all that.
But all
Yeah.
you see is the guy on stage.
That's
That's
all
it.
you see.
That's all you
That's
see.
all you see is the benefits.
Yeah.
That's all you
but
see.
This guy's been with me through the benefits, the burden, through everything.
The breakdowns, the
breakdowns,
burnouts,
Yeah.
all
The
that.
burials.
Yeah,
He
hello.
has been consistent in every season of my life.
Every season of my life, he's been
So
consistent.
this is why he gets this part of me.
Even when he was getting the short end of the stick, he was
still
still consistent.
consistent.
Wow.
You getting the short end of the stick and you ready to bail out because somebody came with the magic stick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Drano.
Yes.
So now you ready to bail out.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know? And that's, man, what y'all said is so profound. I think we all got to understand that we've been in a place in our life where we have hurt and we've been hurt.
Can
know.
you stand the rain? I know that's
What you
right.
say, sunny days,
What you say?
everybody
love
love
him.
But tell me, baby,
Can you
you?
stand
come on,
the
Vic,
rain?
you the singer.
Not like that. Not like that.
Wait,
How you do?
Yeah, man. Everybody loves the sunshine. But can you
Wow.
can you stay with me when I ain't got nowhere to sleep?
Yeah.
Huh?
You know? When I don't even know what I'm gonna eat.
Wow.
When I ain't got nothing to drive and we got to stand out at the bus stop and it's raining.
Yeah.
We both getting wet.
We both
We
getting
both
wet.
getting
Yeah.
wet.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I only have an umbrella for you. We both getting wet.
But you want to ride in a nice car with the sunroof open taking selfies.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to make it seem like everything is cool. Oh, look at the life I'm living. That's cool. That's we like the glamorous life, but I want to see the pictures with us sitting there and we all eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich
Yeah.
together. Show
Yeah.
me them photos.
Hold on. Well, we got to
Let me
split
see
the
those.
sandwich. We got to cut the sandwich in
In the
fours.
middle.
And fours.
You take a piece, you take a piece, and you take a piece.
Show me
and
them
then we gonna
photos.
share a
With the
couple
corner.
mil.
Everybody want to
What
put
you
up the
say?
nice selfies. You know,
Nah,
everybody
no.
want to put up the Hollywood pictures. But show me them pictures where we got to walk the streets, man, and we don't know where we gonna go.
Yeah.
Hold on. How about we ain't got no phone, no camera to take a picture? We just gonna talk
Huh?
about memories.
Show them
Wow.
pictures.
We ain't got
Where them
that.
pictures at?
Noodles and noodles.
Huh? Oodles
Hot
and noodles. Where them
dogs.
pictures
Hot
at?
dogs and
And
beans.
beans.
My daughter walk around right now with a burn on her hand
Yeah.
that she'll take to her, as the old folks would say, when
To
she
her
see
grave.
Jesus,
Yeah.
because we were going through a time in our life where we had a hot stove or something. It wasn't even a stove or whatever.
Oh, a hot plate.
Yeah, and we was making food or whatever, and so she was a little kid, and she went into the room. At this time, we're living in the church. At that time, with the church
the
we had,
building,
we
yeah.
living in the building in Waldorf. She goes in there to call herself as a little kid trying to make some oodles and noodles, and it was so hot she didn't understand it, and so she takes the top off, and when she pulls the top off, it falls over her
falls
hand
on
and
her
literally
hand.
burns her skin off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she walks around, watch this, of a mark on her out of the hard times we were going through.
Struggle.
Yeah.
That's it.
From
the
the
struggle.
struggle.
From
And
the
some
struggle.
people don't want to be marked because of the struggle. Man, I'm gone. Jesus said that to Thomas. He said there and said, look, let me show you my struggles. I've been marked.
Yeah.
Thrust your fingers
Yeah.
in my side and behold the
Yeah.
nail prints in my hand. But don't doubt, Thomas, but
Give me a
believe.
dollar. Yeah.
Believe.
And watch
Bless
this.
it.
Thomas knew who he was the entire time and still doubted him.
Yeah.
And it's tough when people that are close to you
know who you are,
and you still got to show them the
and
wrong.
you still, I still got to show you.
I still got to prove myself to you. After all this time, I done showed you who I am.
You done walked the streets. I done fed you.
I've been there for
I've
you
been there for
when you
you.
ain't have nothing and nobody. I was there for you, and I still got to prove myself
Here's the
to
major
you.
piece about Thomas. His name Dynamis means multiple personalities.
So
I
you
had to deal-
schizophrenic.
So I had to deal with your schizophrenia.
So
and
am I, hold on, so am I really talking to Thomas?
I had to
Or
deal
am
with
I
your,
talking to Mike?
Right, I had to deal
Am I
with your-
talking to James?
Right.
I had to deal with your crazy behind.
Which one am I getting today?
Right. And I was there for you and your craziness.
I was there for you when all your crazy people was there.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I was dealing
And
with.
I still have to prove
All
myself to
of-
you.
And I still got to
I
prove
still
myself
gotta
to you
prove
when I was
myself.
there for you when you was going nuts and going crazy.
Exactly.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
And I was there for you.
Yeah.
And even when you prove it to them, they still don't believe.
They still don't believe. Man,
Yeah, that's crazy.
look, guys, yet again,
That's crazy.
I think all of us have look, man, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. I thank y'all. I think it's time for people to understand that you in your season, that God wants to do it for you, that it's time for you to change your state of being. It's time for you to get you back. As we wrap this show up today, I want to say this to you and encourage you that it's time for you to go through the follow-through. Follow through in this season. No longer do you start something and finish it and jump on something else. But let yourself be prepared. Let yourself be ready. Let yourself be empowered before you step out and embark on it. And when you do it, follow through. Everything in life that I've ever done, I had to live through the follow through. Whether it was basketball, whether it was bowling, whether it was pool, or whether it was the new adventure that I had on Saturday, and that was riding a motorcycle for the first time. One of the things my trainer said to me, my teacher, who's sitting in here with me today, was, "Hey, Mark, you got to follow through, man." He said, "Go with the flow of the bike. And if you go with the flow of the bike, you'll pick up momentum and you'll be able to take off with the gas." I'm talking to somebody today. Go with the flow. If you go with the flow, you'll pick up momentum. And once you pick up momentum, you'll be able to take off with the gas. You are in the season of your life that you are getting ready to take off. Just follow through. Follow through. Put people out of your life. Dismiss them that don't belong. Don't have people hanging around just because. Make sure everything that you're doing serves a purpose. And I'm telling you, if you do that, eyes have not seen, nor ear has heard.
Yes, sir.
Neither has it entered into the heart of man. The good things that God has prepared for them that love him. I want you to know you are in the greatest season of your life. And everything that's been checked at baggage claim has put you in a position to get ready to board your plane. It is time to take off. Fellas, sign off with these people, man, and we got to get up out of here.
Hey, listen, I just want to let you guys know, man, that it has been an honor to serve you. That's what we are here. We're servants through the airways. And listen, to Pastor Neal's point, man, it is your time and it's your turn. Just stay focused and know this too shall pass.
To all our listeners, we appreciate you for listening. We encourage you to stay focused and stay the course. Whatever you're going through, just know that this is your season to come up. And we're praying for you and continue to pray for us.
Hey guys, just want to say follow through. Keep your head up, keep the faith.
To everybody out there, I say to you what was said to us this past week. It's time to enjoy your labor and don't let anybody or anything disturb your peace.
Stay connected with us, family. We love y'all. We're here every Monday from 2 to 4 for you guys right here on Win DC Radio. It's the Real with Neal show. And, well, until next time, this has been your time with Real with Neal, empowering real life, real situations, real people. This is your moment, your time, that things are about to change for your life. And you need to know that God has something in store for you that's greater than you have ever imagined. It is time for you to get up. God is causing somebody to come into your life, to get you by the hand, to pull you up so you can receive all the applause of all the hands that will clap for your return. You're coming back from what you're in right now. You're bouncing back from this, and you're going to be greater than you were before. Don't be weary in well-doing, for you going to reap if you faint not. And let not your heart be troubled. If you believe in God, believe also in me, for in my Father's house are many mansions. He said, if it were not so, I would have told you. Watch this. And I go to prepare a place for you,
Yes.
that where I am, ye may be also. There's a prepared place for you, listeners. You watching us by Facebook, there's a prepared place for you. God has ushered you into something great, and it is time for you to make up your mind. In this season, I'm taking myself back. It is a change of my self-being. Until next time, this has been your time with Real with Neal.